These are the best animation mods to overhaul Skyrim's combat to make it look more realistic and visually pleasing. I have always been hesitant to add more animation mods into my game because they would often end up creating some, well, unexpected results. What is happening? What is this? What is this? What is this? But with more and more animation mods being released every month that look fantastic, it is hard to stay away. And as a veteran Skyrim player, I refuse to be scared off by bugs. Oh my god, I'm not even doing anything and my game is breaking more and more every week. Not even every week, every day. Why is this happening? So here are a ton of animation mods that give Skyrim's combat more realism. And I'll be giving you a full showcase of all of the animations later in the video. And when I say realistic, I do mean that. Many of the animations in the mods I am going to feature were inspired by HEMA. If you don't know what HEMA is, let me explain. HEMA stands for Historical European Martial Arts. Something like 30 years ago, a bunch of nerds got together and decided to read historical manuscripts, i.e. epic gamer guides of things like longsword, sword and buckler, and many more to see how sword fighting is actually supposed to be done. Oh, and the difference between them and any other historians is that they really wanted to test how it was supposed to look by wailing on each other. Over many years, HEMA has tried to refine sword combat by testing it to see what actually works. So, this is probably how sword fighting should look. Well, at least according to these nerds, I guess. I haven't seen nerd-on-nerd violence like that since the last time I watched a Smash Brothers tournament.
Club's got this beautiful angle, but he misses the ledge dash! Beautiful angle, but Levin... I heard that.
Point being, many of these animations are based on historical combat. Although, unlike HEMA, there is no risk of brain damage.
You do need that edge guard, and I think you should take me seriously, because look at the scoreboard now.
Yeah, I got numbers on the...
Oh! Yo, did he just walk up slowly and down smash?
He did. He really did, though.
And as you guys know, realism has always been a priority in my game. Come on. What are you afraid of? A bunch of rocks? And the nice thing about these animations is that they also affect NPCs. And you definitely want them to look cool in combat before you style on them. But they don't have enough money. Oh my god! I didn't even know that that person was there! On that note, let's start with the magic animations. First is the Goetia animations pack, specifically starting with the animation for magic spell casting. Sneak magic, the animation for using magic in sneaking. As well as conditional shouts, which completely remakes the animations for a bunch of shouts in the game to look more unique and of a specific style. There are different animations for both sheathed and unsheathed states. There is also an animation set for using a staff called Goetia Animations Enchanted Staves. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I feel like animation mods take too much inspiration from anime, and the female running animations always look like a disabled toddler. You know what I mean. Luckily, the Leviathan Animation 2 collection has much more realistic animations for your character's movement. First is the sprint animation. Then there is the female idle walk and run animation set. As well as the male idle walk and run animation set. And if realism is your cup of tea, as an additional suggestion before we get into all of the sword animations, I'd also recommend EVG Conditional Idles, so you can see your character or NPCs react when out of stamina or low on hit points, and also react to other states. In my opinion, if you're using any E&B that makes things darker. Oh. What did you just touch his nip? You just touch his nipple there? I'm sorry. What? Don't look at me like that. For stealth-based realism, we also have the Vanargand Animation Collection's Sneak, Idle, Walk, and Run animation set. And in my opinion, the Vanargand sneak design makes your character look a little more like they are comfortably evading detection, and less like they are sneakily trying to take a dump without anyone noticing. In the Vanargand Animations Collection, there are also several states that rework ranged animations, specifically one for crossbows, and also one for archery. There is also the Sneak Archery animation set and the Sneak Crossbows animation set. The archery animation definitely looks better. I think this is what I needed to bring my ranged gameplay to the next level. My game is not cracked. My gameplay is, though. For two-handed combat, there is the Greatsword non-combat locomotion animation set. The Greatsword low stance animation set. The Greatsword normal attacks animation set. And the Greatsword power and sprint attacks animation set. Just so you know, the sprint power attack really adds a new way of attacking enemies by propelling yourself forward. Oh, and the NPCs can do it too. Jesus Christ! For sneaking with a Greatsword, there is a set in Leviathan Animations 2. It is called Greatsword Sneak Locomotion and Attacks. For one-handed combat, the Vanargand Animation Collection does a total modification of the postures and stances as well. One-handed mid-stance makes the one-handed sword idle look a bit more relaxed and dramatic looking. Realistic? I don't know, but I do like the look of it. There is also the one-handed normal attacks animation set. And the one-handed power attacks animation set. For one-handed sneaking, we have the sneak thrust attacks animation set. For dual-wielded combat, there are a handful of animation sets from the Vanargand Animations pack. There is the dual-wield normal and power attacks animation set. The dual-wield sneak thrusts animation set. I also have a mod to improve the appearance of brawling to make it look a little less like random flailing. It is called Unarmed Pugilism Stance. I mean, the worst thing is seeing the vanilla brawling animations in a fight. Really takes you out of the immersive experience, you know? Yeah, get him! Punch that dog!
Cleared out.
Jesus Christ.
Greetings, sister. You are as good as dead.
This is what I think about animal abuse. When I'm not doing it! By the way, almost every single mod in this video comes from one author in particular, and they have a mod pack for Vortex if you want to download all of them in a group. I personally like to select them myself, but feel free to do that. It will be linked below.